This is a true story. In Zimbabwe, there was a constable called Tau, a traffic cop, who was based in one of the small towns in the country. He had a girlfriend called Vimbi, who was a vendor. She sold vegetables and other wares in the streets of the city center. The two lovebirds were madly in love with each other. So much so that they even planned to get married soon. One day, Vimbe's brother, whose name was Wessel, came to visit her in the town where she was staying. Wessel was a businessman who dealt in uncut diamonds. He was the kind of guy who made money and spent money like the proverbial biblical character, Solomon. He was loaded. He was driving a brand new top-of-the-range Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG. It was the kind of car that made heads turn as it roared past on the tarred road. Constable Tau was envious of his girlfriend's brother. Not only was he driving a flashy car, but he also drove with tinted windows. And this was a taboo for Constable Tau, a traffic cop who was trained to see through all the tricks that were played by motorists on the road. He felt that Wessel was hiding something in that car, and vowed to find out what it was. On the second day after Wessel's arrival, Constable Tau came up with a plan to bust his girlfriend's brother. He stopped Wessel's car for a routine check. Little did Wessel know that he was being shadowed by Constable Tau. As soon as Wessel's car approached, Constable Tau switched on his blue lights and siren and ordered the businessman to pull over. What followed next shocked the two people who were inside the car. Constable Tau was well aware that Wessel was a tout, a gangster who was always on the wrong side of the law. He asked Wessel to step out of the car and explained to him in a very polite manner that he was taking him into custody. Constable Tau's colleagues pretended to be his backup. As Wessel was being arrested, Constable Tau noticed that his hands were shaking. He was nervous, and this gave the cop more reason to believe that the businessman was hiding something. A search was conducted on the car, and guess what they found? Uncut diamonds strewn all over the back seats. Constable Tau's heart skipped a beat. He could not believe his luck. This was the kind of money that he had always wanted, money that could make him forget about his lowly salary that he was getting from the police service. He took the diamonds and stashed them in his boot, pretending to be taking them to the station. Little did Wessel know that he was being set up. Constable Tau had just made the biggest mistake of his life. He had stolen from the wrong person. We will now go back to Vimbe's brother Wessel. After he was released from police custody, he went straight to his sister's house, where he explained to her what had transpired. Vimbe was furious. She could not believe that someone could be so heartless. She vowed to deal with the cop who had stolen from her brother. She went to the police station to make an official report, but the officer in charge was none other than Constable Tau's friend. He protected his friend and even went to the extent of saying that the diamonds were no longer in the police station. A convenient lie. The following day, Vimbe went back to the police station to follow up on her case, but she was told that the docket had gone missing. As she was leaving the station, she bumped into Constable Tau. He tried to apologize, but she cut him short, asking him where her brother's diamonds were. Constable Tau lied to her that he did not know what she was talking about. Vimbe knew that the cop was lying, so she decided to play along. She told him that she knew that he had stolen the diamonds and threatened to expose him unless he gave them back. Constable Tau panicked. He was afraid that Vimbe would tell his colleagues about his shenanigans. And that is when he agreed to give back the diamonds. Where did he get the money to buy new diamonds to replace the ones that he had stolen? He borrowed money from a moneylender at an exorbitant interest rate. To date, he is still trying to pay back the loan. As for Vimbe, she got back her brother's diamonds, and she also got a nice bonus. She got a new boyfriend, a rich German tourist who is now her husband and is based in South Africa. The story happened in a small town in Zimbabwe. Can you guess the town? Well, let me tell you. It's a town in Matabilan where most of the people are in Adabel speaking. That's all for now. See you tomorrow.